Uh, Good evening. Welcome to the video. Today, I wanted to share the state of my watch collection. This is my second video to get posted. The first one was the unboxing I had for the Tank Louis that I recently purchased, and today I just want to kind of share the current watches that I have in my rotation, and hopefully you guys will have some fun for this one. Uh, so the first, it's no particular order except for the first one, and you'll find out in a moment that this first watch that I'm going to share is actually my favorite one. It's a G-Shock, so it's the square one. It's a 5610. That's the short name I use for it, but it has a slightly longer name. I forget. I like this a lot. This was um, gifted to me by my wife for my birthday. I really like it. It's solar powered. Um, uh, I think I mentioned in my first video that we reside in Japan, and because of that, uh, the um, the the clock that checks for accuracy, or the satellite that checks for, or clock that checks for accuracy rather, is operable here in the country. So uh, that's pretty cool. But overall, I mean, it's the watch I probably use the most. It's a G-Shock, goes without saying. And I really like this watch. So that one, I put that here. Uh, the second one I want to share is actually also a G-Shock. So this is the one it's called a Casio. For obvious reasons, it brings back to that more expensive brand AAP. But this one I like, mainly because of the way the dial is configured, the color. Uh, Admittedly, it's not as easy a read as the 5610, but I like it a lot, just the way it looks. And again, the sturdiness of G-Shock is you know tough to beat, if I can say so. It's not a solar powered watch. It's battery operated, but the way, as you guys watching this video may or may not know, part of the triple ten that G-Shocks have is 10-year battery life. So it will last for a long time. There, I didn't think that through. It's not showing up well. This one's the I'd say the younger brother of these two watches first, and this is the F91W. Uh, so I included this in the collection. Um, Partly, I had started to hear about this from previous YouTube videos I was watching, but I wouldn't say that it was just down to that. To be very honest, I kind of like the way, like how it fits on my wrist in particular. I have a very small wrist. It's I'd say, I think 6.37. I think so. This watch, which people I work with actually call this a kid's watch when they see me wear it, actually fits me well. So I like it. It's very durable. When I wear a long sleeve dress shirt, actually fits in quite nicely. So I like the ways this fits, and that's why I got it. And needless to say, I mean, obviously, super cheap, right? Very inexpensive. So these next watches actually are steel, and a little bit more on the pricier side. And yeah, I'd like to think represent just years of I've been journeying through watch collecting. So this one is an Explorer. So I've had this for a while now, as you can see. Like I don't know how that shows in the camera, but it's been through a lot. But you know, is what it is. It's a at one point many years ago. This was actually the watch I was using on a daily basis. Really love this watch. This is the 214-270 reference. So it's already a little bigger. It's the bigger version of the 36 millimeter. Fits well. This next one, I had actually worn this in my first YouTube post. So this is a, a Pepsi GMT on the Oyster bracelet. Uh, there seems to be, different schools of thought on this one. I don't know. I like the Jubilee one too. I like this one also. It's just, I'd say either one I'd go for. This was the easier one to get, I'd say, and that kind of helped the decision. But lovely watch, good watch. One note, by the way, I am thinking of, maybe in future, talking a little bit more about each watch in detail. Today is really just, in this video, really just talking about the watches I have in my rotation currently. But who knows? Maybe I'll have time and be able to put something together to talk about each one more detail. This next one, this one is I'd say, of the watches I have now in steel, is the one that I use on a daily basis, or on a most frequent basis rather. So this is the Speedmaster, the latest one, or the one that with the tapered bracelet with the 3861 movement. This one happens to be the one with the sapphire back also. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's the only chronograph I have in my collection currently. Maybe in future I'd like to have more chronographs, but this one I really like. It's super comfortable. Um, Interestingly, and maybe for a future video, but I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube that say this bracelet is not that comfortable. I don't know. My experience is different. Some people say it kind of leaves these marks. But I don't know. It works well for me, and it's one of the reasons why the comfort level is one of the reasons why I wear it most frequently of all my steel bracelets. But yeah, maybe for some other post in future. And then the last one I have is really just this one. Oh, sorry about that. That's the house bell. So someone's coming in. But the last one I want to just talk about is this one, and I made a longer video about this. I actually plan to do a future set of videos about this one in particular, maybe like what I've learned 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, etc. in the future. It's not, it's a simple watch. I would say, but just I wanted to kind of have a wearing experience, sharing in future, and I'll post that if I get to it, and over time. There. And that's it actually. This doesn't stand up straight, but that's it actually. I want to thank you if you stayed this long. Appreciate if you've stayed long, and hopefully this was something that kind of gave you some perspective on the watches that I own, and hopefully in future I'll be able to post more videos about each of the specific watches, or any future ones that I get, or I purchase. But thanks for staying, and have a nice day.